This is a lovely 11-minute stretch sequence that will keep you off the floor. So all you need is a bit of space and a chair. So let's start by kind of rolling our heads side to side, getting that nice big stretch down each part of the neck, slow and controlled, making sure to keep your jaw nice and relaxed. Nice big stretch side to side. Tuck the chin to the chest, lengthening up. Now we're going to draw the flesh out from underneath our sit bones so we can really feel those hips anchoring down to the floor, finding that pelvic floor engagement so our column of our spine is really supported as we roll our shoulders. 3, 4, 5. Nice big inhale here. Exhale, reach those hands up to the ceiling. Now I'm going to interlace my fingers, pushing my hands up. But if that's not comfortable, you can always grasp opposite elbows, or you can just hold your hands. We're just going to give a little reach to one side, keeping that nice kind of hip to rib lengthening, not compressing the neck or the shoulder, but keeping the shoulders open as you reach to the side, bringing your focus down towards your bottom armpit, feeling the soft jaw. And again, inhale, lift up, and exhale, other side. Again, feeling that opening between the hip and the rib. And right back up. You can reach the hand down or looking to the side, keeping that nice big stretch. Again, if that's too much, place your hand on your shoulder, or you can place it on your head. Now, if it's on your head, make sure that you're not pushing really hard and compressing the neck, but it's a nice light touch, like a little spider, just resting gently on the top of the head. And other side, big reach. You can either hold the shoulder, head, or upper arm reaching along as you reach to the other side. Now, you can use your hand to support from the bottom, or you can just very gently kind of keep that kind of openness as you reach down towards the floor. Now for this next exercise, I'm going to turn my chair sideways. So it'll be a little bit easier to see me, but you don't have to worry about moving your chair. I'm going to sit up again nice and tall, drawing those sit bones together, and my flesh is kind of pulled out so I can feel those abs connected and the sit bones anchoring into my chair. I'm just going to lift one heel up, and then I'm going to lower it down. And 2, alternating sides. And I'm not just dropping my heel or letting my leg roll out the sides. I want to activate the inner thighs. So I can either place my hands there or a little yoga block kind of pushing out to help activate the inner thighs, making sure I'm not rolling my ankles in or out, but that my hips, my knees, and my ankles are in alignment. As I lift and then exhale, lower, pressing down into the big toe. Exhale, press it down. Try not to roll out, but keep that connection from the knee to the ankle bone. From the knee to the ankle bone, so the ankle doesn't wobble. So it's that nice connection, still using those abs to keep that nice column of the spine supported. Little lift and lower, exhale. Little lift, and we're going to circle that ankle. 2, 3, we're going to do 8. 6, still stabilizing that other knee. And 8, and we're going to gently reverse it for 8. 7, warming up those ankles. 6, this is great for the first thing in the morning. 5, 4, especially if you have any numbness or kind of not a great amount of feeling in the bottoms of their feet when you wake up. Rolling. And beautiful. And then gently reversing it after your 8. Rolling those ankles, reversing it, pressing down. 2, making sure that your other leg isn't kind of wandering off, but that your anchored leg is still as you find that mobilization in the kind of moving ankle. For me, it's my right, so it's kind of rolling, pressing down. Now again, low abs are really connected. I'm going to keep that nice strong connection. I'm going to lift my heel, flex my foot to extend the leg, activating the quadriceps and the legs, and then right back down, toe ball heel. Try not to collapse in my back. If you find it hard to lift the leg, you can keep it kind of low, or you can reach it kind of high, whatever feels good for you, but you are kind of trying to work that articulation of the foot, as well as the strength in both the hip and the thigh. And back and down. So you'll feel all of that really working. Lift, flex, extend. And again, we're doing 8 of every kind of exercise today. But if one is feeling a little bit too much, you can always pause it or fast forward if you want to do a few extra. Just take this as feels good to you today. So you're really working and warming up the spine, as well as you're also keeping that nice connection and really working and warming up the legs. Rolling through those feet. Lift. And flex to extend, point the toe long, bend it in, and right back down. I can definitely feel my thighs working. And again, flex, Point the toe long and bend it in, rolling through the foot, toe ball, heel, pressing it. And again, I'm not dropping my heel. I'm really like when I bring my heel back down to the floor, I'm pressing it down like I'm juicing a lemon under my heel. And again, lift, flexing, pointing, bringing it down, and toe ball, heel. Keeping that nice connection. Here we go. Now, I'm going to just walk my feet a little bit further forward. Again, I'm keeping that nice connection, drawing my abs in, pulling this nice and strong. I'm going to lift both heels up, pressing down through the big toe, opening my knees out to the side, and then squeezing back and in. Opening, press down to squeeze in. Now, if keeping your heels up doesn't feel good, you can always keep your heels flat on the floor. I'm going to turn this way. It'll be easier to see me. And again, butterfly open and squeeze it in. And two, so you're both strengthening and mobilizing the hip, trying to make sure that you're sitting on both hips evenly. So you can feel those two sit bones anchoring you into the floor. Make sure that there's equal weight on each hip. Squeeze it in. Again, we're doing 8 of each exercise today. Squeezing those abs, keeping the upper body nice and relaxed. Alrighty. So that should feel really good. Kind of keep those collarbones open. And that's kind of like the nice little fun focus for that, is that we want to really keep on keeping those collarbones open even as we find our breath. Now we're going to turn to the sideways, still keeping that hip nice and open. And we're going to take our leg that's in front and we're going to reach it behind us, tucking our toes under if that feels comfortable. And you're going to really tuck under and open up through the hip flexors and quads, really rounding through the low back and hips. So you're almost feeling that deep tuck. Now, if that's too much, you can always put your foot on the floor, and that's also nice and open. Now, if you feel like you're kind of too low to the floor or you don't have enough room, you can always get on the chair a little bit higher. So see how my knee just sunk down to the floor? I could always kind of get a little higher, so that openness. You can extend the same arm as leg and reach overhead, still keeping your jaw nice and soft to intensify the stretch. But if that doesn't feel good, don't worry about it. Just keep that leg behind you. Just draw that leg back and in. And we're just going to make our way to the other side. Again, nice kind of parallel hips, tucking that tailbone under as we extend the leg behind us, keeping that nice connection, squaring your hips, again, you can be on your toes or on the top of the foot, really, but the focus is, again, to open up the hips as you kind of keep that front hip kind of drawing forward. And you can always lift your front heel or keep your heel flat on the floor. I can take my hand to the back of the chair, reaching up and then slightly towards the back of the chair. But again, if this feels like too much, just keep it with the original stretch with the hand kind of on the front knee, really feeling that big opening through the front hip. Go ahead and recover and gently assist that leg right back to center, coming back to sitting forward. Now I'm going to walk my feet a little bit further forward. I want to be right at the edge of my chair, and I can walk my feet a little bit further forward, and I'm going to cross my leg, flexing my foot so that it pulls equally into the knee. So I don't want the patella or the floating bone in the knee to feel like it's being twisted. Again, I don't want to round forward. I want to lengthen forward. I can take my hands to the chair to kind of support, or I can take my hands to my leg. I don't want to take my hand to my knee because I don't want to, again, create a twerk in the knee. That's not a good thing. So you can take it on to the shin to elbow, or you can take kind of pushing down, or you can take your hand to your thigh. But you do not kind of want to push down the knee. You just want to have that opening sensation through the hip. And again, you can walk that bottom leg forward as much as feels appropriate to you. And you can take that into a twist if that feels comfortable, starting to rotate towards that bent knee as I start to find my spine lengthening in that gorgeous elongation, almost like I'm a wine bottle. And as the twist happens, my spine gets longer, like my spine is getting pulled up and out of the wine neck. Now again, other side, again, watch the foot isn't twisted, but it's nice and flexed so that it's an even kind of support through the knee. Again, don't round forward, lengthen forward, pulling the abs in here. I'll turn to the side so you can see that. So see, I'm kind of lengthening and not rounding. I want to try to avoid that. So I'm still using my abs to support my spine in this position. So I'm really keeping that support as I lengthen forward. And again, you can take your hand to either your thigh or your shin, or you can just keep your hands here supported down and just have that bottom foot as close or as far as feels good. I'm going to come up and I'm going to head into that twist. Again, opening up the spine, feeling that gorgeous twist, that gorgeous elongation, that gorgeous opening through the collarbones, as well as through the spine. So it's that lengthening sensation as you rotate. Gentle breath. With each breath, feeling like you're getting a little bit more length. And then very gently release that leg back and down. You can just roll those shoulders again. That kind of feels nice, kind of loosening up that upper body. Now I'm going to take my hands to my knees and I'm going to just do a little cat-cow. Tuck my chin to my chest like I'm holding a pea pod in my throat. And then I'm going to open up. And again, I'm not trying to like drop my head back. I want my head to be an extension of the spine so the head doesn't ever collapse. So I want to round from my tailbone, rounding through the spine, drop my chin to the chest. And again, inhale, open, no collapse in the neck. The neck isn't, but it's nice and long. So the head is an extension of the spine. And exhale, curl, rounding through the spine. And again, inhale, opening through the spine. Gorgeous, nice, big movement. And exhale, round through the spine. Inhale. So you use the breath to facilitate the movement. 2 more. Extend and open. And again, exhale, round. And beautifully stack that spine up, finding that natural curvature of the spine. And I hope you enjoyed this beautiful wake up of your body. Have a good day, and I will see you again. And you can always find more at helenawellness.com.